Wow, I bet it feels pretty good to hear that intro again, am I right? Yeah, I haven't seen that intro in quite a few months either. What's going on, guys? I'm sure this is very long overdue, and I apologize for that. But I'm gonna make strides to come back, and I could go into details about where I've been, what I've been doing, stuff like that. I figure I would save that for another video because you guys probably just want to hear a story, and I've got plenty of great stories for you guys. So many. I literally haven't uploaded in like 5 months, so I have plenty of stories for you guys. This one in particular, I can't really explain whether I was happy about it or sad. I don't know. It's kind of a bittersweet gray area. So basically, I started hooking up with this girl. Surprise, surprise, what all my videos are about, I guess, is about some fucking girl in some situation. But I'm hooking up with this girl, and before I get too far into it, I'm gonna give you guys some backstory. I'm gonna bring you back about 2-3 months, right? So it's the start of the semester, day 1 of classes. I get to class a little bit early. Get there, there's about like maybe 20 other people there. It's this huge lecture hall. Get there, sit down, no one around me. Open my computer up. I'm ready to take notes. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pass this class. So there's a ton of empty seats, and I see this girl walk in. And I look at her, and I think to myself, wow, that is an extremely attractive girl. And, I wish I had the mental skills of just being able to go up to any girl I want and just being able to get a date with them. I'm a pretty outgoing person, and I will go up to any girl and ask for their number with no fucking hesitation. But to be a lady killer, to get a date with any girl, I'm not on that level. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Some of you may be, or think you might be. I'm just not on that level. So I'm thinking, fuck, that's an attractive girl, like, I would love to get to know her. And as I'm thinking that, she comes and sits right next to me. Right next to me. There's so many empty seats in this class, and she sits right next to me. And I'm thinking, holy shit, this hot girl just sat next to me, like, what the fuck do I just say? Like, I froze up, and she instantly breaks the ice, starts talking to me like I'm her best friend. And so we talk before the professor comes, we exchange names, and I don't get her number. So that's day 1. Day 2, a few days later, same thing. Small talk, joking around, talking like we're best friends, don't get her number. And, I'm thinking, dude, like, you gotta get her number. Like, she is so attractive. Like, you gotta just go for it. And then I don't see her for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, she does not come to class. And I'm thinking, fuck, like, I fucked up. I should have got her number. She probably dropped the course. Now I'm never gonna see her again. And then she comes back, out of the blue. And, I'm talking with her. And this time I'm like, all right, you gotta get her number. You gotta get her number. You gotta find a way to get her number. Professor comes in, casually mentions that we're gonna be having a midterm next time we meet for class. And for me, I'm a little panicked. And I look over her, and she's freaking out because she hasn't been to the class in 3 weeks, and she knows nothing. And I instantly look at her, I'm like, hey, you know what? I've been coming to this class recently. I've been coming a lot lately. Let me get your number. We can study. We'll pass this midterm. No problem. Get her number. We exchange numbers. I actually get her Instagram, too. Patted myself on the back for that one. She's super hot. 10 out of 10. Don't know if I mentioned that already. Hit her up the next day, said, hey, I'm free all day today. When do you want to study for this? She texts me, says, hey, my roommate's going to leave in about 2 hours to go to work. I'll have the place to myself. You could come over then and we could study. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, why do we really need the place to yourself to study? Like, your roommate being there wouldn't really affect us studying. And, I don't say that to her. I'm just kind of thinking in my head. And I'm like, oh, dude, this girl wants it. She wants the place empty. Like, you are hooking up with this 10 out of 10 girl. And I pat myself on the back again. I'm giving myself some props right now. So drive down, go to her apartment complex, call her, say, hey, can you come get me so I know where to go? She comes down the stairs, I see her, walk up to her. She's literally in booty shorts and a bra. And I don't know if I mentioned in this video that this girl is so fucking hot. And I literally, my jaw dropped, and I'm just like, what? And, so we're walking up the stairs to her apartment. I'm trying to hide the fucking inevitable boner that I have from this amazing girl. We get into her apartment. She puts one of those, what are those things called that cover your, it's like a bandeau, the things that cover your bra. Ladies, help me out. I don't know. She puts one of those on. She's literally half naked. And in my mind, I'm just like, how are you going to hook up with this girl? You got to hook up with this girl. Like, how am I going to make this first move? So then she gets this phone call, and this is where things start to get a little bit interesting, She answers it, says, hey babe, talks a little bit, ends the phone call, says, alright, love you, bye. And instantly I'm like, fuck, was that just her boyfriend? Shit, she might be in a relationship, I didn't even think of that. She's leading me on, what a bitch. And then I instantly am like, dude, you are so close to hooking up with this perfect fucking girl, you can't let this, get in your way, I'm being a total douchebag at this point. And I tell myself, that was probably her mom, her dad, or fucking uncle, it could have been her dog for all I know. You're hooking up with this girl, it doesn't matter. So one thing leads to another, and we end up hooking up. Patted myself on the back. Doing great. And, you know, I keep feeling like she has like this boyfriend, so eventually I confront her. You know, we've been hooking up for like a week or so now, like every day for a week. And I confront her, I'm like, hey, like, listen, like, I just have this feeling that you have this boyfriend, like you have these phone calls and stuff, like do you have a boyfriend? And she looks at me and she says, I do not have a boyfriend. And I look at her, I'm like, all right, if you say that, I believe you. You know, I have no reason to doubt you. So we keep hooking up. And this goes on for a while, and then she calls me crying one day. Says to come over, she needs to talk. Drive over, go up to her apartment, I know where it is now. Walk in, and I hug her up, said, hey, like, what's wrong, like, are you okay? I feel like I'm fucking dating her now, which I am totally cool with. I don't know if I mentioned, this girl is so fucking hot. I wish I'd fucked, like, it's so perfect. And she looks at me and she says, listen, like, I can't do this anymore, like, I'm in a relationship and I just can't do this to my partner anymore, like, it's hurting them too much. And I looked at her and I'm like, you fucking lied to me, like, I told you, I knew that you had a boyfriend, you told me you didn't, and I was so pissed off. And this next words that she said to me made it so I wasn't pissed off and I was just confused. She looks at me and says, I'm not in a relationship with a guy, I am a lesbian. And I look at her, and I swear this is what I said, I look at her and I said, are you sure? I asked her if she was sure, and she looks at me and she's like, I'm sorry, like, we have to end this, like, I can't do this to my partner anymore, like, it's just hurting them too much. And I look at her, I'm like, you know, we've been hooking up for a while, like, I don't think you're a lesbian, like, I think you should rethink your life plan right now. Couldn't believe it. So we ended up cutting things off. About a week later, I got a text from her. It was apparently her girlfriend texting me off of her phone with the, you know, the casual death threats and normal stuff like that, which scared the shit out of me because, you know, lesbians can be crazy. I don't know. But I've never, like, hooked up with a lesbian before. Like, this is something so new to me, and, like, I just fucking didn't know what to think or do or anything. And I don't know, have you guys had, like, similar situations like this? Like, I mean, honestly, if you have, like, that's pretty chill. Like, we're kind of bros. Like, we just shared a moment right now. Like, let's bro fest sometime. Meet me up. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I still cry a little bit because this girl was amazing. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave me comments. Talk to me. I haven't seen you guys in forever. I miss you guys. I have no idea how many active subscribers I have anymore. So if you are an active subscriber and you support the ImNotMagic movement of making you happy in your pants, please rate this video. It would help me out immensely. It would help me gauge how many active subscribers I still have. And if you enjoyed this video, you know, go ahead and share it with your friends, share it with social media, all that fun stuff. All of my social media things, links are in the description. I will be active on Facebook and Instagram again. I'm going to get back on that. Been active on Twitter, so I'll stay active there. Gonna try to get a video out like a week or so. So we're gonna see how that works. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I have plenty of stories. I've been gone for a while. But yeah, so I will see you guys hopefully not in 6 months. All right, later.